weekly outlook of my watch list. So, just like last week, I'm going to go through everything on my basically everything apart from these two corporates. So, what am I looking at? What are my biases? Starting from the dollar, basically, what am I expecting? Let me see. I did this analysis this morning. So last week we were expecting price to come here and it got there. It got there. Then what is now the expectation? Basically, from the close of last month, January, we had this solid close below this other block. So we have a kind of monthly change state of delivery. So what I'm expecting is within this month we are surely going to come here early. It will be early within the month. Then from there we observe what price is going to do. If it is going to respect this area, if it's going to respect this area and just continue to sell. Now this is like a monthly bias. What are we expecting this month? So within this range is what I'm looking at for now. Everything is based on continuous observation. So early on in the week, I have this level as a draw on liquidity. That is for price to completely fill this gap, and maybe extend higher to this monthly order block. So early, basically, my early bias is bullish for the dollar. Let's say for the first 3 days of the week, let us see what price is going to do. On the daily, it is very clear, except we have something else on lower time frame, so prices just wants to move according to. So basically, we have this draw liquidity and I'm expecting price to hit it. I don't have a trade on Euro USD right now. I have a trade on Euro USD based on this from last week Friday. So I have a trade basically almost at take profit. I don't know why it hasn't hit take profit. If you look at GBUSD around the same level, we have the same draw liquidity, but I'll review it when we get there. So next on the list is USD JPY. I have a pending order from last week. Based on what I see, I will either cancel it or leave it, either one. So starting from monthly. On monthly, last week we see that we are targeting this level, this fair value gap, and we hit it, then we rebound from there. Now, this is a long-term draw liquidity, this area here. Then this is previous monthly high, previous monthly low. So there's a bit of higher uncertainty in the market because it will need more observation to see where price is actually tending to go. So nothing much on the weekly time frame. We just have this range high, range low, and of course we have this level that I was looking at last week, kind of a breaker block level. And coming to the daily time frame, this is the same breaker block level. Then so what I'm expecting is price to draw towards this breaking price to draw towards this level. So that will lead my bias to tilt towards short-term buying within this huge range high, range low. So short-term bias bullish. That is within the next 3 days, 3 to 4 days. I'm expecting a little bit of continuation buy. And if you come to 4 hour, you see that the only valid fair value gap is here all the way at discount. Hmm? So my pending order is within this area. So when I set that pending order, price was somewhere around here. So we didn't get to this point and we just flew up. Also, what price can also do is, now this will be a lower time frame play where price closes below here, and I'll be observing, no, when price closes above this point, and I'll be observing for price to just shoot up from there. So this also, but wait for this point to close. So that's that. The next one is GBP pound JPY pound yen. So what am I looking at on pound yen? Coming to the three coming to the 3 months time frame, nothing much to look at there. Coming to the monthly, we have previous month low, previous month high. So previous month low, previous month high. And also something to note, I just saw this now. Last month closed above the previous month's what can high. So that's a very bullish indicator. So that's a bullish indicator. So what we have here, we have price reacting from this level. So maybe we can get, with that kind of monthly close, we can get something like this. Maybe we can get something like this after we confirm close above this area. So just the monthly thing, that confirm close above this area, we are definitely coming here. So that's just kind of my long-term bias. On the daily time frame, we have from previous week's price action, we just have a schematic here. Price sweeping this high, close below this level, and price respecting this fair value gap. So that's a solid schematic, and based on how price behaves here, we can see price drawing towards here. But if we disregard this level and kind of be impulsive towards this impulsive move towards this high, then everything is based on confirmation, and I will see it when that happens. So we are likely to respect this, all of this, and this fair value gap, then come here. So in this manner, come here, or we are likely to close above this level and buy, that is from this point, and buy towards this high. So I'm looking at this level very sensitive, and let's see on 4 hour, yeah, the same dilemma. We've been chronic range here. So I prefer that price just takes this low, so we have something like a range low to range high kind of narrative. On Euro USD from 3 months time frame, we have this long term draw on liquidity where expectation is we eventually get there in a few months. So monthly candle, we this close is very good for our bullish buyers that we've been having, and also there's this from previous months is very relevant on GBGPY. If I can just show you now, yes, on GBGPY we see that it was previous months candle that gave this change state of delivery on the monthly time frame, but on Euro USD we had that since last month. We had that since last month. Since last 2 months, I mean. So on coming long term draw, coming to weekly time frame, what do we have on weekly? So expectation is we eventually touch this previous month's high. We eventually touch it and observe what price is going to do. So we see that we have a lot of range before that. So basically we could have a bearish bias till then. We can have a bearish bias till then. So I caught a sell from this point last Friday, and I'm still holding. I'm still holding. Yeah, I'm still holding right here. So coming to what pair? Coming to 4 hour. Coming to 4 hour. Maybe before we get to that draw on liquidity, which I don't want to happen, because it will give me more time to hold my current running trade. So maybe we'll get something like this today, tomorrow, or next, which is hard work for me. So maybe we'll get something like this in the coming days, or it can even happen today. So maybe we'll get something like this. And what's next on the list? On on GBP USD, we have previous week high, then previous week low, then we have this fair value gap, weekly fair value gap here. Then so price is likely to first off come here, then up. So that's what's likely, I see that's likely to happen, probabilities. So coming to daily, we see that smooth low, so that's why I drew that out too. Also last week Monday low. So not much to talk about after that. For indices, I'm not really going to explain what's happening there for now. I'll just show my analysis. So this is US 500 on 4 hour. So we have this CISD right there, and on 1 hour we see that we have a fair value gap here. So nothing much on this pairs because they've been ranging a lot, so that's why I don't really want to explain what I'm seeing. So equal low draw right there, equal low draw from all these price action, the possibilities of coming here is still there. So we are likely to have a bearish week basically for the indices. So this is kind of really juicy. I feel like to set my limit order here, then let's see if we get it. That's up to 2 hour. So on US 100, so basically waiting for price to get to this fair value gap and see what it is going to do there. So also on weekly, kind of, even though we did not sweep this high, we kind of have a form of, is this an accumulation? I don't know. Is this a manipulation? I don't know. Is this a distribution coming? I do not still know. But it looks like it. Everything looks like it until it happens. Is after it happens we can discuss the facts. So on BTC USD, BTC was a huge success last week from the review of my analysis. So we had last week, I was looking at this area for price to drop from on BTC, and we got it. We've achieved the draw on liquidity, and price is still dropping. Price currently at 76,000. So yeah, wonderful price action. Wonderful price action. I got 2 entries here also. So even on Solana, where I was expecting price to come here, then drop off. So we achieved that as well, and currently at the second draw of liquidity coming to daily, it's more clear there. So I was also looking at this area at 90,000 level as a draw on liquidity. 96,000 level as a draw on liquidity. So yeah, so look at what price is doing at fair value gaps this week and see if we are going to drop lower. So yeah, that's it for this week, and wish everybody good luck in their trading.